So, throughout my life, I've had 3 major bullies. One in elementary school, one in middle school, and one in high school. I'm not gonna dox anybody today because I'm not feeling villainous right now, so we're just gonna give these people fake names. Or maybe they're real. I guess we'll never know. Let's start with elementary school. Let's just call him Justin. Now, Justin was your good old-fashioned elementary school bully. Calling you names, beating people up. It was a great time. And of course, in good old school fashion, the teachers never really did anything about it because nothing was really seen. And even if things were seen, I think the teachers had a, boys will be boys, sort of attitude about how things went. Now, Justin was a bully to just about everybody, but he was especially a bully to me. And there was a couple reasons why. I mean, not only because he was around 9 years old and evil, obviously, seeing me being different and enjoying my time by drawing and video games, Justin took that as a personal insult to his own ego because of his receded frontal lobe and used that as ammunition to bully me. But I think the final straw that really got me is at the time my parents were just fresh out of a divorce. And the thing is, my mom is actually bisexual. And at the time, my mom was dating a new girl. And in a Catholic school system, that's a big no-no. And look, you can make fun of me as much as you want. It really doesn't bother me, especially up until that point. But when he started making fun of my mom's, that's not cool. So one day at recess, when I was playing on the playground, minding my own business, he starts, following me around and starts singing a little song that he made. It's actually pretty good. It goes, "Your mom's gonna rot in hell. Your mom's gonna rot in hell." So I decided to just walk up to him and delete his balls. I'm not joking, I kicked him in the balls as hard as I could. And of course, I was the one who got in trouble, but the good news is I didn't get suspended because there were a lot of kids kind of coming to my defense on this, and we all kind of rose up as a group, and it was a big thing, even though I still got into a heap of trouble, but they did separate us, thank God. So that ended in a very satisfying way because Justin never bullied me again after that. Now, for my middle school bully, let's just call him Nathan. Nathan was arguably a lot worse than Justice was. Not because he beat up more people or he was just an awful person to be around, but he was also my friend at one point. You see, I started being friends with Nathan because I actually moved to a new school and I didn't have any friends at this point. Now, I met Nathan on the first day of school and he seemed like a really cool guy. He kind of just came up to me and he said, "Hey man, you seem pretty cool. You want to be friends?" And I was like, "Sure." I got introduced to his friend group and everything, and he had a lot of friends, and it became really apparent that he was pretty popular with just about everybody. One day I was sitting at lunch and he invited me over to the table, so I sat on down and we were just kind of chatting, and then Nathan taps me on the shoulder and he's like, "Hey, look over there," and he points to this kid sitting alone by himself at lunch. And then Nathan and his friends started making fun of him and 100% gossiping behind his back, and it's safe to say that I did not want anything to do with these people again. And it really didn't take long for Nathan to realize that, so he took that as an invitation and an opportunity to start bullying me now. But like I said, he wasn't a conventional bully like Justin was. No, Nathan, he was trickier. He was smarter in the ways that he would bully. Now, what he would do is put his so-called friends in really embarrassing situations and cover it by saying, "I'm just giving you a hard time." One of the instances that I can remember is that he would constantly tell girls that I liked them or that I had some sort of crush on them. And this was really bad in 2 different scenarios. In one, it made me look really desperate. And in 2, it gave him an opportunity to bully the girls, because if the girls liked me, I would reject them because I just wasn't interested. And now, not only do I look like the bad guy for rejecting them, he would tell them that I set this whole thing up, so I would be the bully here. And that kind of gave me a bad name, and he got to bully the girl in the process. But I think by far the worst situation that I've ever had with Nate was when I actually developed a crush on this girl. She was actually a friend of Nathan's. She was in theater. She was really cute, short, ginger, freckles, like 1,000,000% my type. And I made the mistake of confiding in Nathan that I had a little bit of a crush on her because he asked about it, and he went behind my back, because of course he did, and told, let's just call her Brianna, about my crush on her, and she didn't feel the same way. So he used that as an opportunity to make a plan to absolutely humiliate me, and the worst part is that she was completely on board with it. So Nathan executed his plan. He came up to me and said, "Hey bro, I talked to Brianna and she actually really likes you too. You should definitely go ask her out." And at this point I'm still pretty shy. I'm like, "Oh, I don't really know, you know, it's just a little crush. And he's like, no, this is the opportunity. You should do it right now. And his entire friend group was kind of crowding around me. So there was already somewhat of an audience and people cheering me on and kind of hyping me up. And to be honest, I was kind of feeling it. So then I was like, screw it. I know that she already likes me. Why not? Let's do it. So I walk up to her. She's right by her locker. And I go up super confident and everything. And I was like, hey, I think you're really cute. I was wondering if you wanted to go out on a date sometime. Everybody's standing around me, anticipating what should happen. Yeah, and then she starts bursting out laughing in my face. And if that wasn't embarrassing enough, she takes a knife and twists it a little bit and says, I'm sorry, I'm not into short guys. But Nathan made it all that much worse by saying, ooh, rejected. You really thought you had a shot. It was an awful time, so I ran off, and I'm not gonna lie, I cried in the bathroom. It sucked, especially that I was really insecure about my height back then. I was a really small kid in middle school, so it's safe to say I didn't really talk to Nathan again, and he still tried to find ways to pick at me, but I just completely ignored him and pretended like he didn't exist. Unfortunately, this doesn't have nearly of a satisfying end that Justin's story did. I do have one more bully, my high school bully, but I've already made a video covering her. She was my furry stalker in high school, so if you want to check that out, click on the link above. It's not animated, but it's still a pretty good video, so feel free to check that out. But yeah, that's basically my experience of being bullied. Feel free to comment down below some of your guys' experiences. If we can come together as a community, like to help each other heal and just talk about it, because that's what we can do, I'm happy to be here. We're all in this together. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, please like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.